Okay, so today I want to share with you Face ID on Revere. I just added this feature to the app and it was really, really cool. It works really well. There's some nice touches to it that I'm looking forward to sharing. But it was a hard-fought battle. There was a bunch of stuff in here that I'd never worked with before. App state, scenes, scene delegates, a whole bunch of more advanced like animation stuff that I've never done before. Active, inactive states of the app. There's a ton, but I did it and it's exactly how I want it to be. So I'm pretty proud of it. So let me just kind of jump in here and share with you a bit more. So you launch the app, it's in the settings here. You can see Face ID, secure your account with Face ID. What's really cool about this is that it actually is responds to the device. So if you have a phone with Touch ID or even like Optic ID on the Vision Pro, it will update the text. It'll update the little icon. Instead of the face, it'll be like a button or like an eyeball that Apple provides. So all that stuff is really nicely implemented and it updates depending on the device. Okay, so I'm going to activate it and then it's going to scan my face and it's going to be active. This now lets you pick how often you want it to, oops, that's mail. How often you want it to update or when you want the interval for auto lock to turn on. The other thing here that's a nice little small detail, you can see how it's like indented, so it's in line with the Face ID. That way it looks like it's part of that feature. That little indentation is like very carefully put together so that as the text, if you have like a device with larger text and those icons grow and shrink and the text changes, that indentation will be the same. It'll kind of scale with it. So little things like that I've added in there. Also this little animation, that because it's a custom component in that second row was something I had to make work. So like little stuff like that. Okay, so let me just bring it back out. And when I relaunch it, it's just gonna work. That's it, that's Face ID. But there was a ton of stuff that went into that. A few things I'll kind of point out that are really nice. So first of all, that the animation on the lock, I really like that. When it opens, that's kind of cool. The other thing that's super cool about that you won't be able to see, but that you'll be able to feel when you hold the phone is that there's like a haptic feedback that you get from the device when the Face ID unlocks. And that is timed perfectly with the lock unlocking. So it feels very satisfying. The other thing is like the screen sliding down is really nice. That was a whole other thing to get that animation to happen. The way that kind of it looks nice in front of the other screen without flickering, without the other screen in behind like jittering and doing weird stuff. And then finally, if you look really closely, you can see there's some blurring as like on the screen behind as it shows. Well, you have to wait a couple seconds because I don't immediately doesn't mean like immediately 0 seconds. I have it a little bit after just in case like you accidentally close the app and you didn't mean to. So you might be able to see that, but there's a little blur effect. So the blurring, the shade that comes down is really nice. The unlock, the haptic feedback, all of that stuff is just like, feels really nice in the hand and I'm pretty excited for it. So anyway, that's Face ID. I got a couple more things and then to the next big milestone of essentially having rebuilt the whole app to exactly the same set of features that the current app in the App Store has. And then I do the big migration of all the people over and then kind of the new era of Revere begins. Anyway, that's it.